those lots, okay, there were buildings on those lots. A lot of them were housing. People stayed there. Okay, people stayed in those on those vacant lots, and just to see all those empty lots. Okay.
So you can do something better with it.
Well, yeah, you figure it should be something done better with it, and just letting it sit there.
Right.
Then another thing that shocked me was the the elevated train. The elevated train would always go to Stony Island. Okay, but it was cut off at Cottage Grove.
Did you ever figure out why?
Did I ever figure out why? Oh, yes, it was a reason why. They said, well, they gave Bishop Brazier credit for having it taken down, because he said that was an eyesore for his church. Now, the gang activity, I didn't have any young kids, no teenagers, you know, to be involved in that. So,
So you don't have kids?
No, I had two. At that time I was just getting married.
Right.
So I didn't have any kids. My first kid came along in 1968. But by that time, after he was born, I moved. I moved in '73. Moved further south into a family home, a single dwelling. Okay, for years. That's what I did. So I didn't really have any interaction, even though I knew about the activity. I heard about the activity that was going on here, and I had saw some of it myself while living here. How the land was being destroyed by the so-called Blackstone Rangers. I heard shots. Yes, I heard shots, and this kid's name came to my mind, because I knew he was involved in this activity, you know. And lo and behold, he was shot right in front of my gate, right in front of my building. He was blessed to survive.
Oh, he survived?
He survived. He was blessed to survive, but he didn't change his ways, though. Okay, he wanted to be. I had known him since a little kid, and I had talked to him about trying to do something different. Okay, you know, well, he was young enough to come out and fly with us.
Really?
But he didn't. He wouldn't do that. His parents couldn't bring him, you know. And I'm not allowed to just bring kids, you know, because that brings in a lot of other things, you know, this day and age. So, so he never did come for that. And he told me as a young kid, he wanted to work in the pet store. So I told him, go down to the Hyde Park and ask them, they have a pet store in Harper's Court at that time. It's gone now. And tell him you want to work in the pet shop, which I knew he was too young at that time. But he didn't do that. Later on, I tried to introduce him to the apprenticeship programs. The trade unions have apprenticeship programs where they take you in and give you some free schooling, and then they'll put you with a contractor, an employer in certain areas. Okay, so I tried to get him to go to be a plumber.
Really? Well, they make some good money.
Oh, they make very good money, but he said he didn't want to fool with that SHIT.
Really?
Yes. He was actually standing in front of the building with one of his cohorts, and I called him over. Because I could see he was deep into it then. And I told him, you never did check on the plumbing program. And he said, no, I don't want to do that. So that was some of the bias I experienced there with that. That sticks out in my mind. You know. Okay, that's a good step there. Our teacher, Marvin Girls, she started that museum. She taught art at DeSalvo High School. Okay, so it's a rich history about DeSalvo High School, and it's a rich history about the ones that go to Hyde Park. A lot of rich history there too. I went back to DeSalvo to get my records to take to the Board of Education, and it was such a traumatic experience for me because the building was so small to me when I went in there, and some of my teachers wanted me to